Hello guys, welcome to this video. I'm here today to talk with you about the JP Slalom boards. It's a board that really sits in the high performance end of the spectrum. Of course, you have your free ride board, you have your free race boards, and this is really the pure racing boards. If you want to get your fastest top speed, if you want to be the fastest on your lake, on the race course, these are the boards for you. I'm here with the Slalom 72 and the Slalom 62.5. That is the width that we're talking about. And this year we have some new features in the range, which are actually new sizes. So we added the 66 and the 76 as kind of the sizes in between, which is great for the lighter riders. And we also have a new construction, which is the S-TEC. You can already see quite a difference when you look at the board, because you basically see everything that's inside the board. You see the layup, you see the carbon, and with this construction, JP managed to achieve a lighter board with the same durability, which is amazing. On top of that, the board looks great. It has this prototype kind of look, which really stands out, both on the bottom and on the top. About a slalom board in general, what you want to achieve is top speed, and you want to get on the plane easily. It's a board that you need to ride more active rather than a free ride board, which kind of goes by itself. But you're going to get a lot more performance out of this, and the reason is that we have quite the flat deck. So we have a long flat with no V in the back, which makes it really fast. And then what we have is cutouts in the back. And these cutouts allow the water to release much better. So you're gonna get the board more free. There's less friction, less resistance, which allows for higher top speed. If we look at the smaller board, you can see that the cutouts are quite a bit smaller. That's of course because the board is more narrow in the tail anyways. It's something that you need for strong wind. You don't want to create so much leverage on the fin in strong wind, and it gives you a lot of control. And the small cutouts of course allow you to get the board free and release as well. On the slalom boards, we also have a parallel outline next to the mass track, which allows it to get planing easier. And speaking about the mass base and the mass track, this is a very important feature which allows us to trim the board as well as the foot straps. So I want to explain to you how to get the best out of your slalom board, how to trim it the best. Essentially, you want to start with the foot straps. The foot straps have, first of all, 4 screws per strap, which makes you locked in really tight. So the foot straps are really well connected to the board. You don't get any of that twisting. So that's a very nice feature. You have basically 3 positions for the foot straps. So 3 in the back and 3 in the front. And to get the maximum performance and the maximum lift and speed out of the board, you want to bring them all the way to the back. And with the front ones, you can essentially dictate a bit how wide you want to stand. If you're a bit taller, you're already creating a lot of power and efficiency through your height. So you might not need that narrow of a stance. If you're shorter, you want to put them a bit more together. Generally, we can say a wider stance makes us more secure and gives us more control. More narrow stance allows us to create more leverage on the fin, generate more power, which is something that we want to have in light wind or easy conditions with less waves and less chop. Next, we have the option to place the mass base in different positions. This is something we want to use to fine-tune the board and the trim of the board in the water. You can start in the middle position. This is sort of your first reference, and from there you're going to go out in the water and see how the board feels. If you feel like you have a hard time to keep the nose of the board connected to the water, if you feel like every gust wants to lift the nose of the board out of the water, you're going to place the mass base a little bit further to the front. Very important not to make too big steps and not to go to the extremes of either side. So 1 centimeter is already quite a big change. So go ahead, try that out. If on the other side you feel like you're pushing a lot of water, the board is too connected to the water, and in slalom you want to get the board free, you want to get it flying, that's when you have the mass base a little bit further to the back. Next, we have the fin, and of course you can also choose different fins and different fin sizes. The longer the fin, the more performance you're gonna get out of it in light wind, because it allows you to lift the board, to make it fly over the water. And if you need more control, if the wind gets stronger, you want to go shorter on the fin. Of course, there's a limit to it, so you cannot go with a 70 centimeter fin on a 62.5 centimeter board. And you're going to find all the recommended fin sizes in the website. And that's already it for the slalom boards in the JP range. I love the boards, I love racing on them, I love driving on them. So make sure to get yours, and I see you guys soon.